Rahu, Ketu, Cats and Dogs, and why most astrologers are wrong. Hey astrology lovers, let's discuss why astrologers might be wrong in associating cats with Rahu and dogs with Ketu. Now, this might sound like a fun astrological topic for an outsider, but any astrologer will tell you that taking care of, feeding, and loving certain animals is a good way to appease certain planets. Saturn is afflicted and going through a rough Saturn period, feed crows. Mars is afflicted, feed rams. Moon is afflicted, feed cows. The list goes on. And if you go to social media right now, almost all astrologers will associate cats with Rahu and dogs with Ketu. Rahu is independent like a cat, and Ketu represents the past and is loyal, hence more like a dog, are a few reasons they give. I'm not here to debate them. What I'm going to do is briefly tell you the characteristics of Rahu and Ketu, but focus mainly on people who have these mighty shadow planets in their first house or aspect in the sun. Because the sun, the first house, and planets placed in it have a massive influence on your personality. And then you decide which of these animals best represent the traits of these planets. For example, whatever your ascendant or your sun sign is, a person with Venus in the first house is generally diplomatic and sensual. A person with Mars in the first house is generally determined and aggressive. A person with Mercury in the first house can be witty and clever because Venus is chill, diplomatic and sensual. Because Mars is determined and aggressive. Because Mercury is clever and witty. Number one, let's describe these planets super fast. Rahu is a beast without a body. Therefore, no matter how much he gains, he can never be satisfied because everything falls out of his body. He runs and runs and runs after what he desires, never to be satisfied. Ketu is a beast without a head. Therefore, external materialistic things or popularity can never satisfy him. He's a recluse. However, spirituality is said to appease him. Now let's talk about people with Rahu or Ketu in the first house or influencing their sun. Number two, people with influential Rahu are extremely image conscious. They have massive egos. They want others to always look up to them. In fact, whether it's positive attention or negative, they will take it. They make me think of some influencers who do anything for attention. People with influential Ketu have an absolute lack of desires to please others. Therefore, are completely unaware of their own image. And they're known to be brutal, honest to a fault. You like them, you hate them, they don't care. Who are you? Leave me alone. They look hostile and also famously have their resting bitch face. Number three, Rahu people want all eyes on them because they feel amazing about themselves. Rahu is the champion of fake it until you make it. Rahu shamelessly self-promotes. Whether they lack talent or not, they believe they deserve everything. Kind of like Saul Goodman from Breaking Bad. Ketu people are mysterious, aloof and weird. It lurks in the shadows and goes under the radar. In fact, it comes so naturally to them. They're good at working behind the scenes. A lot of photographers are said to have Ketu in the 10th house because they work behind the scenes. And apparently spies have this too. Number four, because Ketu doesn't have a head to think, Ketu people act purely on instinct. They can be sudden, unpredictable and aggressive. Yes, Ketu is super aggressive. While Mars represents war, Ketu represents massacres. Rahu has a head. What it doesn't have is a heart. So Rahu people are calculated thinkers who will do whatever it takes to get what they want. They have no ethics. They often smother you for attention. Number five, let's talk about positives. When Rahu is well placed, such as in the 10th house, they rapidly climb the corporate ladder. They are ambitious and determined. If Ketu is strong, they can make a person extremely successful too because they are super energetic. But their success is behind the scenes and more independent. Number six, Basically, Rahu is like the homelander from the boys, obsessively seeking admiration, power, social validation, self obsessed, psychologically manipulative, breaking boundaries without remorse, all due to his massive ego, but also charismatic, charming, and ambitious. Ketu is like Mystique from the X-Men, mysterious, working behind the shadows, emotionally detached, secretive, invisible, aloof, and has difficulty belonging to anywhere because of their karmic loneliness. They are also guarded and hidden, but also independent and adaptive because they need very little validation. Now, in conclusion, now that you know about people with influential Rahu and influential Ketu, please let me know whether astrologers are right to compare cats with Rahu and dogs with Ketu. Thank you and hope to see you soon.